Good evening. Motivation doesn't work unless your determination is up to the mark. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
Global honor for Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika. Bahrain to organize Manama Gold Festival. Municipal fees reprieve for elderly planned. Saudi to impose levy on house workers. Outer mask and social distancing rules dropped for Abu Dhabi students.
News in detail. Global honor for Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika. Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and Supreme Council for Women's President, is at the forefront of the list of women leaders who have contributed to multilateralism and global peace. The list has been created as part of an awareness-raising project to showcase inspiring women across all continents that are committed to the idea of a better world for all. Bahrain to organize Manama Gold Festival. The Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority announced its intention to organize the Manama Gold Festival in the Manama Souk for the first time in the kingdom. Shops selling gold, pearls and precious stones in the souk will participate in the event, which is scheduled to be held from March 20th to April 20th, 2022. During the festival, Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority will organize many accompanying events, including weekly prizes, besides a weekly event featuring Bahraini shows, traditional clothes shows, documentaries on the gold industry and trade in the Kingdom of Bahrain, activities for children, a bazaar and others. The authority will organize the festival in cooperation with the Manama Digital Museum, the Manama Story. It is a civil initiative concerned with documenting social, urban and commercial life in Manama and restoring its leading roles. Big medical team set to support F1. A 90-member medical team, including 7 ambulances and 2 helicopters, is preparing to support Bahrain's premier sporting event, the F1 Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix 2022. Next week, the Bahrain Motor Federation medical team will be put through a series of mock drills and live exercises in preparation for the races at the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakir, which will take place from March 18th to 20th. Municipal fees reprieve for elderly planned. The elderly could be exempted from paying municipal fees at public car parks, gardens and toilets under an urgent proposal by the Muharraq Municipal Council. The proposal by the council's vice chairman Hassan Al-Doi would see citizens aged over 60 receiving special badges and stickers that would spare them from paying the fees. Justice Minister honors Holy Quran competition winner. Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowments, Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa, praised continuous achievements of the Bahraini people in international Holy Quran competitions. He described the accomplishments as the result of the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the care and support of the government. The minister was speaking as he honored in his office today contestant Yahya Bilal Yusuf, who clinched second place internationally in the 17th edition of Algeria's International Quran Competition in full memorization, recitation and interpretation. The competition was held recently online. The minister also honored reciter Sheikh Hussein Khalid Ashish for his big role in teaching the Holy Quran to the competitor. The meeting was attended by Justice and Islamic Affairs Under-Secretary Judge Isa Sami Al-Manai and Assistant Under-Secretary for Islamic Affairs Dr. Muhammad Tahir Al-Qatan. NCC Chief Executive presents Center's affiliates with Prince Salman bin Hamad Medal for Medical Merit. Chief Executive Officer of the National Communications Center, Yusuf Muhammad Al bin Khalil, has described the praise and appreciation of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, for the dedicated national efforts of the frontliners in combating the coronavirus as a motive to continue working with the same on-team spirit. He commended the efforts of the NCC personnel and their keenness to assume responsibilities with dedication to serve the nation and citizens. The NCC Chief Executive was speaking as he presented today the Prince Salman bin Hamad Medal for Medical Merit to the NCC affiliates in implementation of the Royal Order and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to all the competent authorities to hand over the medal to the workers in the front lines from the health sector, Bahrain Defence Force, the Interior Ministry and all supportive parties. Al-Bin Khalil affirmed that preserving the achievements made so far requires more efforts to attain the desired goals. He described the medal as a tribute to the NCC affiliates for their tremendous national efforts and active participation in fighting the pandemic. He congratulated the laureates of the medal, appreciating their dedicated efforts and urging them to continue working towards further success and accomplishments. Today's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Bahrain Kim's Health Hospital organized a special event for the members of Zero Malabar Society on the occasion of World Hearing Day. Report.
Helen Keller, an American writer who was blind and deaf, once said, "Blindness keeps us away from surroundings, but deafness keeps us away from ourselves." Recognizing the plight of the deaf, Bahrain's Kim's Health Hospital organized such an event on the occasion of World Hearing Day. Dr. Rijo Mangalashiril, head and specialist ENT at Kim's Health Hospital, provided the participants with simple words on how to identify early hearing impairments in children and adults, what treatments can be given, and how lifestyles, including mobile phone use, can affect hearing. He also cleared up the doubts raised by the members of the Syro Malabar Society on the subject with the help of a video presentation during the interactive session. Kim's Health COO Tariq Najib has said,
"With growing noise pollution around the world, World Health Organization has counted March 3rd as World Hearing Day, and it is our pleasure to host Syro Malabar Society to celebrate this occasion with a wonderful talk by Dr. Rijo, and I would like to thank members of the Syro Malabar Society for joining us in this wonderful program. Dr. Rijo has come with a lot of experience, 8 years of experience in the field of ENT and ENT surgeries. So he is going to give us a talk about this program. And at this hospital, at Kim's Health Hospital, Dr. Rijo has added fantastic value to us in performing surgeries of great multitude. We do surgeries of face, tonsils, ear surgeries, nose surgeries, and also complicated microlaryngeal throat surgeries as well. So on this day, I would like to welcome Dr. Rijo to speak about this program more.
30 ENT vouchers for Syro Malabar Society members, including doctor's consultation and a free ear cleaning package, were handed over to SIMS President Charles Aluka by Kim's Health COO Tariq Najib during the ceremony. Paul Urawat, Chairman, SIMS Core Group, Francis Kaidarat, former President of SIMS and social activist, Saju Stephen, General Secretary of SIMS, and women members of SIMS were also part of the event. For services including booking and appointments at Kim's Health Hospital, please call 17822123 or WhatsApp 39757482.
This year, IMEC is preparing a fun-wrapped winter camp for kids to make the most of the 3-week holiday season, which begins with the end of school exams. Classes will be held at the Sagaya and Rifa branches of IMEC Cochin Kalabhavan. This year's winter camp includes activities for children, including dance, music, drawing, painting, art and craft. The camp starts on Sunday, March 13th and ends on Thursday, March 31st with a grand finale. The camp is open daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students who excel in various art activities by attending the camp will get opportunities in various channel programs of IMAC Bahrain Media City. For more information, please call 380-96-845, 1769-5607 and 3809-4806. You can also visit the website www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Kerala Catholic Association announced KCA Grandmaster International Quiz Competition Senior Category Finalists. Harshini Karthikeyan Nair, Kiran Poithaya, Srija Bobi from Bahrain and Mohsin A. Mustafa from UAE qualified for the finals. Meghna Anand Papu and Bala Srivastava Yeramelli from Bahrain qualified for junior finals after winning first semi-finals of the juniors. The senior and junior finals will be held on 12th March and 18th March with the participation of competitors from different countries. Leo Joseph is the chairman of the KCA Grandmaster International Online Quiz event. Now we will be back after a very short break.
Well-known art center in Bahrain, IMAC Cochin Kalampavan is organizing fun-wrapped winter camp at the Segea and Rifa branches. This year's winter camp includes activities for children including dance, music, drawing, painting, art and craft. The camp starts on Sunday, March 13th and ends on Thursday, March 31st with a grand finale. The camp is open daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students who excel in various art activities by attending the camp will get opportunities in various channel programs of IMAC Bahrain Media City. For more information, please call 3809-6845, 1769-5607 and 3809-4806. You can also visit the website www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Welcome back. Saudi to impose levy on house workers. Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development has announced that the Council of Ministers on Tuesday decided to selectively impose a levy on house workers. Saudi employers will have to pay an annual fee of Saudi Riyal 9,600 for each house worker if their number exceeds 4, while expatriate employers will pay the same amount for each worker in excess of 2. The fee for domestic workers will come into force in 2 phases. The first phase will be effective from May 22nd, 2022 and the second from May 11th, 2023. Saudi Arabia lifts Thailand travel ban. Saudi Arabia's General Directorate of Passports announced the lifting of a travel ban on citizens to Thailand and allowing Thais to enter the kingdom, Saudi press agency reported on Wednesday. The authority also stressed to all citizens wishing to travel outside the kingdom the importance of keeping their passport safe and not neglecting it or placing it in an unsafe place. Saudi Arabia and Thailand restored full diplomatic ties and a planned exchange of ambassadors in January. UAE approves law to regulate cryptocurrencies and NFTs. UAE Vice President and Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai approved a first-of-its-kind law to regulate virtual assets in Dubai. The Dubai Virtual Asset Regulation Law presents an advanced legal framework to protect investors and promote responsible business growth within a virtual asset industry governance that implements the highest international standards. An independent authority established under Dubai World Trade Center Authority will oversee the regulation, licensing and governance of virtual assets, non-fungible tokens and cryptocurrencies. Outdoor mask social distancing rules dropped for Abu Dhabi students. Pupils in Abu Dhabi schools have dropped the requirement of wearing face masks, according to new changes in the COVID-19 protocols for schools. In a recent circular issued to private schools on Wednesday, the Abu Dhabi Department of Education and Knowledge said physical distancing was also optional for pupils in outdoor spaces. The new rules have been implemented following the approval by the Abu Dhabi Emergency Crisis and Disasters Committee. Oman expatriates can own properties worth up to Omani Riyal 500,000. Expatriate investors can now own real estate in Oman worth up to $500,000 riyals, following a ministerial decision issued by Dr. Khalfan bin Said Al Shuali, the Minister of Housing and Urban Planning. Expat investors who buy housing units valued between Omani Riyal 500,000 and Omani Riyal 250,000 will receive a first-class residence card, while those who own homes valued below Omani Riyal 250,000 will receive a second-class residence card from the Real Estate Registry Secretariat. Cristiano Ronaldo becomes official Talabat brand ambassador. Football legend Cristiano Ronaldo has been announced as Talabat's official brand ambassador. The company announced Wednesday. The all-time leading goal scorer in men's international football and five-time Ballon d'Or winner has won 32 trophies over the course of his career. He is universally known as one of the greatest footballers of all time and one of the most recognizable sporting icons. Throughout this collaboration, Talabat will feature Ronaldo in a number of campaigns and on-ground activations across the MENA region, starting with its q-commerce offering Talabat Mart. Indonesia's Mount Merapi erupts multiple times. Indonesia's Mount Merapi volcano spewed avalanches of hot clouds in eruptions overnight Thursday that forced about 250 residents to flee to temporary shelters and left ash blanketing nearby villages and towns. No casualties were reported. The volcano on the densely populated island of Java unleashed clouds of hot ash at least 7 times just before and after midnight, and fast-moving pyroclastic flows, a mixture of rock, lava and gas, traveled up to 5 kilometers down its slopes, said National Disaster Mitigation Agency spokesperson in a statement. The rumbling sound could be heard several kilometers away. US man with transplanted genetically modified pig heart dies. A 57-year-old man with terminal heart disease who made history as the first person to receive a genetically modified pig's heart died on Tuesday at the University of Maryland Medical Center, the hospital said. David Bennett received the transplant on Jan 7th, Reuters reported. His condition began deteriorating several days ago, the hospital said in a statement on Wednesday, and he was given compassionate palliative care after it became clear that he could not recover. Bennett wasn't able to overcome what turned out to be the devastating debilitation caused by the heart failure he experienced before the transplant. Dr. Bartley Griffith, director of the UMCC Cardiac Transplant Program, said in a videotaped statement, "The transplanted heart functioned beautifully," Griffith said. Bennett was able to communicate with his family during his final hours, the hospital said. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.